My manager, he told me point blank, he's like, I wanted you fired. I wanted to do something a little different in the content I put out there, and I wanted to kind of start a new little segment, you would say, in my videos of war stories. Stories I like to tell of my journey in my career that might just be stories, might be something worthwhile to maybe learn from. I just want to, share, some water cooler stories with all of you out there. One of my favorite ones I like to talk about is the time I went to North Carolina and almost got fired, and maybe should have gotten fired, but didn't get fired. Dial back the clock. It's about 2014, I think. And my wife at the time we were up at Champaign, University of Illinois, so basically in the middle of the state of Illinois. 2.5 hours away from St. Louis, where I'm working. She had to go on rotation. She was, in veterinary school. She's a veterinarian now, married a doctor. Every guy's dream, grow up, marry a doctor. She had to do rotations, and one of her rotations was going out to North Carolina State University out in Raleigh, North Carolina, for a week. And I was like, well, I'm not having you go out there by yourself. Like, it's just not happening. I think I can't remember if we were engaged or we were married. I think we were married at the time. So I was like, I'm not having my brand new wife go out to North Carolina by herself. And I'm like, I worked 3 days remote in Champaign. Let's working 2 extra days working remote from North Carolina. I talked to work and I said, hey, she's gonna be out of town for a week. I need to stay in Champaign and take care of the dog, our dog and one of her classmates' dogs, because she was going with her. She was going with her to North Carolina. So I need to be in Champaign for the week. And work's like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You work remote 3 days. What's another 2? That's fine. I was like, awesome. It was all set. We were gonna leave on a Friday and drive out there, be there for the weekend, and then it was like during the week and then drive back the following weekend. The night before, Thursday night, and if my buddy's watching this, my old buddy Andrew, had his little going away party. All of a sudden, randomly to our group manager, he's like, yeah, Josh is gonna be in North Carolina next week. And our group manager was like, excuse me? He's gonna be where? And I'm guessing, hopefully, he was like, oh, fudge, but I didn't say fudge. And, backtrack, but yeah, he spilled the beans. So again, work just thinks I'm gonna be in Champaign, Illinois, 2.5 hours away. Not that I was gonna be 14 hours away on the East Coast. Friday driving out, and I'm driving out there, and my group manager, my boss, he's hitting me up and everything, just asking random stuff like, our director needs us all, hands on deck. Are you gonna be able to make it in the office? Like, how long does it take? 2 hours? 2.5? Could you get here in like 2 hours? No, I can't. I'm in Champaign. I'm taking care of dogs. It's kind of asking these random questions. I'm like, something's kind of up. And I think I'm in like Nashville, 5 hours away. And all of a sudden he calls me, he's like, what's going on? I was like, hey. And he's like, so you really, you're not gonna be able to come in, say Tuesday next week if we need a meeting. We might need a meeting where we need all developers hands on deck. And I'm like, I'm in Champaign with the dogs. I guess I could really, I might have to take a sick day, to get myself out of it. Sorry. And he's like, oh, okay. So you're in Champaign, you're not on your way to North Carolina right now? And I just went, shoot. He knows, oh crap. He's like, yeah, drive safe out there, log in Monday, and we'll have a chat Monday. And he got off the phone and I was like, oh God. Oh Lord. I just felt sick to my stomach. I messed up. I'm gonna get fired. I lied. I'm gonna get fired. That's it. Here I go. I might as well enjoy North Carolina because I'm gonna be looking for a new job on Monday. The weekend was terrible because I just thought about it the whole time. Monday we had a talk. I'm trying to come in defense mode. I'm like, look, I said I was gonna be working remote, whether I'm in Champaign, Illinois, I'm in North Carolina, I'm in Tokyo, Japan. What does it matter? I'm remote. You said it was cool. It's cool. And he just kind of hit me. He was like, hey, I don't have a problem with you working remote. Work remote wherever you want to work. You've actually done it before from Vegas for a week, but you need to be honest with me on where you're at, because if there is an incident where we need all developers hands on deck, the VPN's down, you can't connect remotely, we need all developers on site. Our director thinks you're only 2 hours away, and he's like, hey, we need him here now. How fast can you get here? I call you up and you're like, ooh, sorry, it's gonna be 14 hours. Who looks like the a-hole in that story? And I'm like, you're right, I messed up. I should have been honest. We had an agreement, total transparency. Anytime I'm working remote, because I was one of the only people working remote, total transparency on, if I'm not at my desk at the office and I'm working, where am I working at? Just be transparent. I take that story and I teach that, or I don't teach it, I tell that story to all new developers. You can literally probably get away with murder as long as you're predictable, especially in these remote times. If you're not going to be at your desk, at your keyboard, at your home for more than 30 minutes, drop a note on your calendar. Going on a Target run and lunch. Everybody loves Target. I'm gonna be there for 45 minutes. I'll see you guys in an hour. Don't worry, I'll make up my time later. Nobody cares. What people care about when they're trying to hit you up and they're kind of frustrated with something and they're trying to hit you up and get an answer out of you, been stone silent for 45 minutes or an hour or an hour and a half. And it's not because you're ignoring them, it's because you physically don't know, because you're out at doing a Target run, buying some curtains. And just be predictable. My manager told me, it's point blank, he's like, I wanted you fired. But our director was like, hey, he's young, he's making a mistake, like he didn't mean to, and just give him a chance. And he gave me a second chance, and I've taken that. I've always been transparent, no matter what. If I am going to be going on a quick store run to get eggs and milk, I know I'm going to be gone for more than 30 minutes away from my computer, I just let the team know, hey, I'm stepping out real quick, I'll be back hopefully about 45 minutes, gotta run the store to pick up some goods. Be transparent. Lying is going to get you nowhere. Trying to pull a fast one is going to get you nowhere in your career, because ultimately nobody cares where you're at, nobody cares where you're going, especially now, with today and how we're working remote. No one cares if you're working from your home, your auto body shop, McDonald's. They don't care. You're going somewhere and hey, I might have spotty Wi-Fi for like the next hour and a half. Just let them know. I'm going to be taking off a half day on Thursday just because it's a nice day. I just want to take a half day off. Let people know right up front. Don't try to hide it. Don't be like, all right, well, I'm going to be gone, but I've got Teams on my phone, so if somebody hits me up, then you are lying. You're being mischievous, and don't do that. So yeah, moral of the story, be honest, be truthful. If you're not going to be at your keyboard for more than 30 minutes, let your team know. Send out a notification. Over communicate. No one ever got in trouble for over communicating, but people almost got fired for under communicating.